Hello all. In this video, we'll be studying about the curing of concrete and also what are the different methods of curing. So before this, we have studied about different manufacturing process of concrete like batching, mixing, transporting, placing, and compacting. And this is the last method of process of concrete. So why we have to do the curing and what is the uh, definition of curing. So before going to this, we'll study about the hydration of cement that we have already studied in the module 1. So hydration of cement is nothing but it is a reaction that takes place between the water and the cement. Okay, so as you all studied also, concrete reaction is an exothermic reaction. That means it liberates enormous amount of heat. So the concrete in order to get a good concrete strength, or then hydration of the cement particles has to be completed. That means all the particles which is present in the cement, it has to be completely hydrated. Hydrated means all the cement particles has to be completely mixed with the water. Then only we can able to achieve the good strength as well as the durability aspects. Okay, so when we have placed the concrete in an outside environment, so there will be evaporation of the water that going to happen from the concrete when we place the concrete outside. Okay, why this evaporation will happen? Because due to the surrounding temperature, humidity, as well as and also with the and also depends on the velocity of the wind also. Okay, so when these evaporation that takes place from the concrete, what will happen? The concrete will get dries. When the concrete get dries out, then the hydration of cement process is not completely fulfilled. Okay, that means when the concrete get dries out, after concrete is placed, when the concrete get dries out due to the evaporation, then the complete hydration of cement is not done. So that leads to the less amount of strength, and also it will affect the durability in the later stage. Okay, so that's why after concrete is placed, we have to make sure that there is no evaporation of the water from the surface. The concrete has to be completely moist. Okay, so the concrete has to be completely wet so that the hydration of cement process gets completed. Okay, so to keep the hydration of cement in process, the method is called as a curing. Okay, so why we do the curing? So I will tell you before that. So the hydration of cement, which is I've already told, it is not a short term process, it is a long time process. Okay, so hydration of cement will continue over a long period of time in order to get all the cement particles hydrated. So the process that it takes, it is a long time. It is not a momentary action that it going to that it going to complete within 1 hour or 2 hours. So it takes number of days. Okay, initially the rate of hydration will be higher. Once it reaches the peak, then there will be a decrease in the rate, but the hydration process will continue, but at a decreasing rate. Initially it will be at a higher rate. Once it reaches certain peak, then it start to decrease, but it will be continuous process. So it will be continuing even if at a decreasing rate. It will not stop, it will continuous. Once all the cement particles get hydrated, then it stops. Okay, so what do you mean by curing? So curing is nothing but to maintain surface moisture, to maintain a satisfactory moisture content and a favorable temperature in the concrete. So curing is done means curing. What do you mean by curing? Is it is a process of maintaining a satisfactory moisture content and at a certain temperature in the concrete surface, that is immediately after the placing. Why we have to maintain moisture content and at certain temperature? Because the hydration of cement has to continue. Okay, to get the desired properties or to meet the certain service requirements, that hydration process has to continue. Since to get that hydration process to continue, we have to keep the concrete surface moisture and also at a certain temperature. Okay, so in general way, you can describe curing as to keep the concrete surface moist and warm so that the hydration of cement can continue. Okay, practically speaking, it is a process of keeping the hardened concrete moist. Okay, so once the concrete is placed, curing will start after the removal of the formwork shuttering. Okay, once the shuttering is done, the concrete will be hardened. So practically speaking, it is a process to keep the hardened concrete moist. Okay, so that it continues to gain the required strength and also to meet the durability requirements. Okay, so if curing is neglected in the early period of hydration, if we don't do the curing, then the quality of concrete will not be able to achieve, and also uh, it will experience some irreparable loss, like there will be a decrease in the strength, and also durability requirements will not be satisfied, and also you will able to get some of the thermal cracks or some shrinkage cracks. So if we neglect the curing in the early period of hydration, then these things will happen. If the concrete get dries out, if the concrete get dries out, then it stops gaining the strength. So as all, that's why we should keep the concrete surface completely moisture till the desired time. Okay, in days, so that the concrete will able to achieve the strength. If concrete surface get dries out, then it stops gaining the strength. That is why it is very important that curing of concrete has to be done properly immediately after placing it, so that the concrete surface is moist to get the required strength. So when there is losses of water from the concrete due to evaporation, then the required amount of water which is required for hydration will not be completely satisfied. If the water get lost due to evaporation, the water which is required for hydration will be so it we lose the amount of water which is required for hydration. So that's why uh, we should provide water, so that whatever the amount of water which is lost due to evaporation, we have to uh, provide sufficient amount of water so that the complete hydration is going to get completed. So curing will increase the strength and decreases the permeability of the hardened concrete. So curing is done not for the fresh concrete. Once the concrete gets hardened, so immediately after the shuttering of the formwork, then we start doing the curing. So curing will increase the strength as well as it will decrease the permeability of the concrete. Permeability means it will decrease the voids present in the hardened concrete. So if the hydration is to continue unabated, that means if you want to continue the hydration without stopping its intensity, or without stopping the amount of water, so if the hydration has to continue without losing its intensity, then we have to add extra amount of water which is already lost in account of absorption and evaporation. If the hydration process has to continue, then we have to add extra water, so that whatever the water which is lost on account of evaporation and absorption will be balanced. So theoretically speaking, the water cement ratio which is required for complete hydration is 0.38, that is 0.23 for hydration of for hydration, and 0.15 for the water cement ratio for filling up the voids. So totally if you add those two, 0.23 and 0.15, 0.38 is quite sufficient to get all the cement particles hydrated in if you take a concrete in a container, then 0.38 amount of water cement ratio is quite enough to get all the particles hydrated theoretically. But practically speaking, with the surrounding environment and with the relative humidity level, then if you take a concrete in a container, then 0.38 water cement ratio is not sufficient, practically speaking. Then we should add more amount of water. So practically a water cement ratio of 0.5 is sufficient to get all the particles hydrated. If you take the concrete in a sealed container, then zero point 0.5 is quite efficient to get all the particles hydrated. That is practically. So concrete should begin after initial setting of concrete or shuttering is removed, as already told. So curing is done after the immediate shuttering, removal of the shuttering. And in order to achieve the desired strength and durability, we must keep the surface moist for a reasonable period of time as per the required standards. So to achieve this strength and durability, we have to continue keeping the surface moist so that hydration process is continue. But the time we have to decide as per the required standards. So curing also helps in mitigating thermal and plastic cracks, which can severely impact the durability of the structure. As I already told, curing will help in removing of the thermal cracks and the plastic cracks also. So, and also curing is, if you do the curing properly, it will remove the shrinkage cracks also. So these are the cracks which will affect the durability of the structure. All these can be mitigated if the curing is done properly. So, two examples I can give. That is, one, if the concrete, uh, usually concrete is not going to place in the uh, early, like in the afternoon in a hot summer. If the concrete is not going to placed in the afternoon, usually concrete will be placing in the evening, that is after 6 o'clock, or at the nights, or in the early morning. So concrete will never going to place in the afternoon, especially in a hot summer day in a dry climatic region where there is a more of high velocity of dry wind is there. So definitely in those places the concrete definitely they will not going to do in the hot summer, especially in the Bangalore region and all, where there is a hot there will be a more dry wind which is there. And also the especially in a summer region there will be a dry wind. So definitely there, in those cases concrete will not going to place in the afternoon, because of the hot sun and the drying wind. So because of these two combined effect, so the water will be completely lost due to due to evaporation, because of the dry wind and also due to hot uh, sun. So in that case what will happen, if the water get dries out, so it will leads to poorly hydrated cement. So it does not give good bond and the strength characteristics. Okay. And one more example is, especially in the construction of road pavement or in the roof slab, where the area is more for uh, exposed, if the area is more exposed to the environment. So in those cases there will be more chances of getting a plastic cracks, because the area is more exposed to the environment. If complete water is lost due to evaporation, then there will be a development of a shrinkage cracks. Once these cracks will be developed in the concrete surface, so it definitely the concrete will going to be weak. And also because of these cracks it cannot able to resist the stresses that going to develop on top of it. So that's why, so in order to avoid these cracks in the concrete, in order, and also to avoid the complete amount of water loss due to the evaporation in the outside environment, we have to cure the concrete properly, so that these kinds of problems will not occur in the site.
Curing of concrete. We have already discussed the aspect of hydration of cement in a video. Concrete attains its strength by the hydration of cement particles when placed. The hydration of cement is slow at the start and continue for a long time at a decreasing rate. The heat and product formation due to hydration of cement depends upon the extent of hydration. The cement requires a water-cement ratio about 0.23 for hydration and a water-cement ratio of 0.15 for filling the voids in the gel pores. In total water, cement ratio of 0.38 requires for hydration and filling the voids in the gel pores. But in practical, higher water-cement ratio is required as concrete is open to atmosphere as the water used in the concrete evaporates. Therefore, the curing of concrete is necessary for complete hydration of concrete to take place. Let's define curing of concrete as the process of keeping the concrete moist so as the hydration of cement can continue. Defining more clearly, curing of concrete is the process of maintaining a satisfactory moisture concrete and a favorable temperature in concrete after the process of placing of concrete so that the hydration of cement continues until the desired properties are developed to a sufficient degree to meet the requirement of services. Thus, curing of concrete is the most important process in concreting. There are different methods and sub-methods of curing of concrete. We will discuss one by one in the future videos.
So I hope you understood about the meaning of concrete or why we have to do the curing purpose, curing of concrete. So in general, I will tell you that a small definition of curing. So curing is the process of keeping the concrete surface moist and warm so that the hydration of cement can continue. Okay, so if the hydration of cement continues, of all the cement particles get hydrated, then we'll able to obtain the required strength and durability aspects. So there are different methods of curing, starting from water curing, membrane curing, application of heat, and also miscellaneous. So we'll study all these methods of concrete, all these methods of curing of concrete, sorry.